Bigfoot tip of the day. We got all this stuff to march through. It's gonna be fun. But tip of the day. If you are prone to forgetting stuff like I am, leave yourself an extra pair of socks in a few different places. Or not, one day you'll think that you haven't forgotten anything and you'll get in your slippers and you'll go being excited to finally get through, to have a chance to go through this mess again, only to realize most of the way through, right before you get here, that you don't have any socks on. Don't do that. Put yourself some socks in your car, vehicle, whatever, backpack, whatever. And now this has reinforced that rule. Because as you probably have well guessed, that's exactly what's happened. Luckily, there was one pair of socks in the car. Luckily. Might not be so easy next time. We got the RPE and we got a new one, the Krieger Sluice. Y'all may have seen it floating around the internet. We're out here today doing a real world test for it. And my buddy Littlefoot couldn't come out here with his new Bigfoot sluice. So, well, we got the RPE. So we got the Krieger sluice out here and we have the Robertson Prospecting Equipment sluice out here. And we are going to do a side-by-side standoff test as you were to see, well, if it's going to lose it, if it's not going to lose it, what's it doing? We're putting it through the paces. This episode is for its field use. And it's holding material. I've been sitting here. I've got several shovelfuls condensed down into that, into both of them. So without further ado, I'm going to get back to shoveling. That kind of scares me, but it's meant to do that. So I got a bit concerned, so I went on ahead and I pulled it. Now, let me show you this. Oops, don't fall. Haha, I didn't fall. Again, I did not fall. Here's my hole now. There's my pan. There's the Robinson. I'm about to pull that out too and do a clean out of that. So we're gonna pull the pan. Man, we dug a hole and half of it ran through that. So I might have ran what, quarter of a yard, maybe. It's 3 by 3 by 3, maybe, we'll see. So let's get it cleaned up, see how it is. So overall, I am fairly impressed. Okay, so before the reveal, probably lost some gold in it, but there you go. It did all right. It caught the heavies. For an okay spot, with okay gold, and not knowing anything about this equipment, I don't have a level or anything. And I figure if I approach it from base one, anybody who buys the Krieger sluice, this is the test that they're going to do. They're going to take it out. This is the backpacking model. They're going to take it out into the field and not have any knowledge of how to run it or anything besides just what the manufacturers say. Now, so I came out here and I played with it. Does it have potential? Absolutely. Speaking of the RPE, I'm coming, baby. I'm coming. And this is for the control. So I've worked a bunch of this up, and you see it's not a lot. So that sluice probably has a good, 85% capture rate, 90%, which is roughly where I like to run. You're not going to catch everything. You're not going to catch every speck. There's no equipment that does that. I don't care what they show you. In the hands of a user who is learning, you're going to lose. Promise you. Guaranteed. You have to get to know that piece of equipment. You have to work with it. So if you're learning this trade like I am, get yourself a good piece of equipment, what you think is a good piece of equipment, and then learn it. Don't matter what sluice it is. The thing I like about both of them, they fit in my backpack. That's all my gear. That is every bit of my prospecting gear. The fact that they're both able to fit into my backpack, that means a great deal to me, especially in this area, because you tailor your gear for different areas. I would trust the Krieger sluice, taking it up in a stream someplace. If I was packing extremely light and there was barely any water flow, I would trust it. I would take it up there and I would use it. Or, as you see out here, I probably had a little too much water pumping through it, but you know what? It did very, very well in spite of it. For a new piece of equipment with that design and that few of riffles, I'd say it's a win. I'm going to go on the record and I'm going to say this to everybody that watches this video. First of all, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Dream Mat. I don't care if you're Gold Hog. I don't care whatever. In fact, I respect Gold Hog and their equipment very much. Not because of their equipment and how they produce it and all that stuff and how they shoot it. Doc does some amazing videos, sir, if you were watching this. But what I respect most about Gold Hog is the fact that they believe in their equipment enough where they're not going to be in competition with anybody else. And please remember that behind every manufacturer, especially somebody like Krieger Sluice or RPE or Colorado Gold Sticks, Spike, all these manufacturers are just like us sitting here watching these videos. It's what helps get them out in the field. It's what helps pay the bills doing what they love to do. And Krieger Sluice is a father and son team. So you have to respect that. And if you put aside your differences on what piece of equipment you prefer, and look at it, everybody is out there trying to make as good of a living as they can in this crazy, chaotic world. So I'm not going to compare it to any sluice. Beautiful day. So I come to my spot, and it's where I've been at the last few videos. Well, somebody, and I'm not complaining because ain't nobody's spot down here, anybody's spot. But I have noticed at this stream that there's been some dredgers that have gone down here and just sunken holes in. So they sunk a hole in here, I guess, trying to figure out what I did. And I don't have any problem with that. Hey, my hole is your hole. You get to it before me, go for it. But please, for the love of God, get your trash. Ain't nobody spot anybody's spot. Collect for trash and hike it out, buddy. These dredgers wanted the easy stuff. Can you believe that? Take a look. Here's where they dredged. Somebody took the time to shovel out a trench, and then they dug right down to the top of the best layer of it. This is where a lot of the gold is at. Why didn't they get it? Oh, and before I forget it, the results of the Jeremy Cantor bag, of the Cantor Challenge bag. All right. Some stuff got shifted, but that's all right. Virginia Gold. Let's break this out. One. Let's get that situated. And we're going to turn this around for you. Actually, we're going to turn this back around for me. Bring this in so it sets flush. We're going to zero that out. Voila. And now, we're going to take this piece of paper. Very carefully. Very carefully. All right. Oh crap, I'm going to give Coos a run for his money, man. Littlefoot, you got to get your game together, dude. I got .61 out of that.
1, 2, 3, 4.